Welcome and hello. This is a support video for HEC RAS titled Not Compute 2D Property Tables, Error Processing Geometry. So that's a little cryptic, and we're going to take a look at a model and see how we can get that running. All right, so what I have on the screen here is my RAS mapper. This is a project that was sent to me, and my objective is just to get the model running. I'm not trying to analyze the results or anything like that. We have a storage area right here, and then there's going to be a dam breach into this 2D flow area. Let's go ahead and just run the model first and see what the error message is. So here's the unsteady flow analysis window. One storage area connection with breach data is set to breach. Let's click on compute, and then here is the error message. So cannot recompute 2D property tables. No terrain is associated with this geometry. And then it tells me to go to the RAS mapper and open up the Manage Geometry Associations. So let's go ahead and do that. Here it is. Here's RAS mapper. Right click, Manage Geometry Associations. And what I see here is we have some missing files for Manning's N and percent impervious. You may have this problem yourself or not. And I don't know the whole history of this model and all of the files, but what I do know is up here on project files, we have the plan, the geometry, the unsteady flow data. And what I'm going to do is remove all of the extra files, the .b, the .x, the .hdf files, and the RAS mapper file. We're going to regenerate all of those additional files that are not used as input to run the model, and then rerun the model and make a copy of the geometry, and hopefully get this model running. So right here is the project directory. And let's see here. So geometry, we need that. .hdf, we don't need that. Project file, we need that. .rasmap and .rasmap backup, don't need that. .u, that's the unsteady flow file, we do need that. .x, no. .twf, all of these dem files, no. .hdf for the land cover, also no. Terrain, no. And .hdf, no. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm also going to go into the plan, and I'm going to remove everything except the .p01 file, right, just to be safe. I'm not sure if removing all these files is necessary or not, but let's go ahead and make a copy of the geometry now. So to do that, I'm going to close RAS mapper. Let's open up the geometric data editor, the file, save geometry as. I'm just going to call this test1. So I'm creating a duplicate of the current geometry. While I'm here, there was one thing about the model I wanted to fix. So the storage area right here ranges from an elevation of 253 down to, or so I should say up to 265. However, when I checked the initial data, this is the unsteady flow data, click on initial conditions. Down here, the storage area starts at 313.47 meters. That's well above the defined geometry of the storage area. So let's change that to 260, something within range, and a final save. Okay, so with those changes made, I'm going to create a new plan using my new test1 geometry without all those extra files in the project directory and with the corrected storage area initial elevation. Okay, so run, and then unsteady flow. And then I'm going to just go File, Save the Plan, because we're working with this new test1 geometry. Just to be consistent, I'll call it test1. Go ahead and call it what it actually is supposed to be if this is your model. Test1. I'm going to leave all the other settings as they are. It looks like we do have one storage area connection with breach data that's set to breach. And yeah, let's click on compute and see what happens. Okay, so we have a different error message now. We could create a separate video for this one, but I'll just keep going. Area affected, the mesh area affected was not created successfully. And basically we need to regenerate the mesh using the RAS mapper tool. But I think we're close, so let's go ahead and close that. Close that. We'll close the geometric data editor, come up to GIS tools, reopen RAS mapper. Okay, so here's that. And then what I want to do is let me turn off and collapse the original geometry. And then here is the new geometry. I'm going to toggle on the storage area, 2D flow area, and that's a 2D connection. Let me zoom in a little bit here. I want to expand the 2D flow area and then click on parameter. And then let's see, click on the edit pencil, click on the edit existing feature. And then for this 2D flow area perimeter, I want to click on recompute mesh. Okay, so that's recomputing. So that should be good to go and ready for our 2D simulation. I'm going to click on the stop sign to stop the edits and say yes to save the edits. And I think we are good to go now. I'm going to click on the stick figure running up a hill, which is the same as run unsteady flow analysis, and click on compute. See what happens here. Okay, so it looks like the geometry preprocessor is successfully running. Let this run for a moment. Okay, so it looks like we have a successful simulation. Let's go ahead and look at some results just to confirm. This took, what, 29 seconds, so not too bad. Go ahead and close that up, close that. We're in RAS Mapper now. I'm going to scroll down to results, and then for test one, we have some, how about the depth? Here is the depth data right here. Okay, so it looks like we do have depth. Looks like, I'm not sure if the dam actually breached or not. My goal in this video was just to get the model running, so that's a success. And hopefully, if you encountered a similar error with your geometry or your 2D HEC-RAS model, maybe something from this video would help you get your simulation to run.